Hi Cancer, welcome to Wild Pearl Tarot. Today we're going to be doing a timeless tarot and oracle reading, asking what's coming towards you. So whenever you saw this video float across your YouTube screen, that's when you're meant to find it. That being said, of course, be discerning. Never give your power away to tarot or to tarot readers. This is all just meant to empower you and be a vehicle for self-introspection. If you'd like for me to pray for you, if you'd like other Cancers and cross-watchers to pray for you, it lifts us up to lift you up. So say hi in the comment section or share what you're going through. You're welcome to leave an emoji if you're more comfortable with that. I'm a little shy, so I do that. And that gives us something that we can focus on that represents your energy. So we start with the message of freedom. Take your wings. I like that for you. This is how you do the mudra. So to empower the message, on your end, you can link your thumbs together like this, like a bird. And we have the message, behind the clouds, freedom knows no bounds. It goes on to say, this is the Garuda Mudra. It helps to treat chest complaints of all kinds, and it's good for the lungs. Place your hands on either side of your breastbone. And so there's a physical correlation to every one of these cards. And it goes on to describe that this is a mystical bird. Master of the sky is an enemy of snakes who personifies freedom, strength, and power. Very often we cannot change our circumstances, Cancer. But we do have the choice between letting them go on top of us or taking off and rising above them. In other words, we can change our attitude whenever we want to. Isn't that wonderful? It actually says that. Isn't that wonderful? We're going to get another oracle card and then we're going to jump into your tarot. And you guys, some of you guys already know about this, but YouTube has rolled out something called the hype button. And it's because it's being flooded, YouTube's being flooded with so much content every day that little channels like my own are getting buried. So you are actually very powerful right now because with this hype button, you tell the algorithm that this video is worth other Cancers seeing it, that you enjoy it. So if you would do me the greatest honor, and if of course you authentically like this video, please consider hitting the like button and make a huge difference for this video. Thank you. Help a girl out. All right, your next message is use your keen perception and skill in making decisions. Do not delay. Interesting. Freedom, take to your wings and use your keen perception and skill in making decisions. Do not delay. What is going on for you? All right, Cancer, it's the time of viewing this video. What can I tell them? It's going to be the most helpful. Things are changing on the home front, most likely. Four of Wands. This represents milestones. It represents our foundations, our communities, and our homes. But it's upside down, so it might feel a little shaky right now. Why is this upside down? Let's just focus on this for a second, you guys, and then we'll move on to the bigger message. Why is this shaky? Even the cards seem kind of uncertain the way that they are coming out. Ace of Swords, nice. You might have a little bit of a disagreement with somebody that's close to you. You typically maybe make decisions with. It doesn't feel like it's a really big deal or anything, but if I'm finding you at a time where things feel a little rocky or a little uneven, a little shaky, and this would affect your sense of stability. It would be affecting like a very core relationship to you or something around a home or, it's basically getting fresh information. You learn something about a scenario that's giving you a new perspective. And I think you're gonna have to go in and process with it. I'm gonna show you all the cards that are making me say this basically in just a second. But what is the whole point to this? It might be throwing you out of alignment. Basically, maybe you're struggling to see eye to eye with somebody that's close to you. But what's interesting is that it's doing something really good, which is pulling you out of a place possibly Yep, Cancer energy, Chariot card. I think you are going to be pulled out of a place where you weren't seeing eye to eye. I know I'm being a little confusing here, but we have out of alignment in an energy with another person, then coming out of this place of disinterest, apathy, stuck place with them, but yet with a very intentional energy, and it's quiet and it's introverted and it's not showy and it's not impulsive. It's thoughtful, but it's considering all options. Two of Pentacles. So cut yourself some slack and cut this person some slack. It seems that you guys are maneuvering through just kind of a cloudy place together, but then it's going to pick up, and this is a triumphant card. It's saying take the good with the bad and fly over those potholes. Like this is the Chariot, and I always think about this long road, exactly beelined to exactly what you want, and you're picking up speed. But yes, there's some potholes and there's some sticks and bramble, you know, but you're going to fly over those. So taking the good with the bad, that's the black and white sphinx that symbolize this. It's like, you know what, if we wait around for everything to be perfect, we're not going to get anywhere here. But there is some information that I think kind of pushes things forward out of this maybe stagnant place, because we have the Ace of Swords with the Hanged Man. So I like this for you because it seems like there's a resolution, and that's always good, right? But if you've been feeling stuck, if you've been feeling a little bit cloudy with another individual, maybe you guys were struggling to see eye to eye or agree on something, it's a very good sign. Moving on with your reading, we have Hierophant. Hierophant rules over our belief systems, the way we commit ourselves to those belief systems, institutions, churches, institutions like marriage even. So what is it saying about this for my Cancers? We've got the King of Swords. This is an energy that likes to get right down to facts, likes truth. It's not a fuzzy emotional energy. And then we have another energy, which most likely is yours. It's represented by the Cups, Cancer. All water signs are represented by the Cups. So this is Queen of Cups. So we've got two individuals that have now popped up that Tarot is talking to us about. Somebody who's all about facts and strategic, logical. And then we've got softer, more sensitive, and very nurturing energy, which I am connecting to you, Cancer. What about these two people? You guys are coming to the end of like a long, exhausting road together. And coming to an end doesn't mean that you are leaving one another. I just want to make that clear. What is this Ten of Wands? The Ten of Wands, it's like there are moments during this chapter, we'll call it for the lack of a better term, that you just had to stick with your convictions, it's going to be fine, because we say it's going to be fine, just light at the end of the tunnel, hold on. This is Seven of Wands with the 10 of Wands. This is like, sometimes there's some days that it's just your simple belief holding it together, and you didn't have proof that that all your efforts were paying off. Some days it was just that belief that, like, you know what, it's integrity to our word. We said we're going to do this. It's our agreement. It's our belief. And then other days, like what I feel like you're going to see is the manifestation of the 10 of Wands, which is coming to an end, seeing the light at the end of the tunnel, and usually a relief. Like, okay, now we can see the results of all that effort. But tell me where we're going with this. Just got real interesting. I need to ask a little bit more. One sec. New deck of cards. I know. I'm sorry I'm keeping you in waiting, but I just don't want to put my foot in my mouth. I don't want to speak too early. Okay. Well, first of all, what I like is that I feel two energies, yours and somebody else's. And I think that you guys are committed. You guys, is this from Friends? I don't know why I just did that. Okay, you guys seem to be committed to a cause. And you think you're coming up on the end of it. And you are sticking by your agreements or your terms. You're dedicated to it. I feel that this is the time that's really important to listen to your intuition. If you have the inkling towards something, if you have this hunch, if you have, let's say, you've been waiting for something to change, this transformation. Maybe your whatever you guys are working with, you think that there's going to be a pay raise or money coming through, maybe something of value. And you think that you're well on your way with this transformation. There might be a setback that you don't have the proof for yet, but you would get the feeling before you'd get the proof. So basically it's just saying, listen to your intuition above all else right now. There seems to be something that's going to come out in the near future. And it's about a change you've been waiting on. And it's hitting a standstill. So you're going to have it's going to hit a wall, like a roadblock. Okay? So you are fine with this other energy, the King of Swords, and you are great. You guys, I think, are on the same page. But there's something that is like there's a wool pulled over your eyes. Something you don't see in the material world yet, but you're going to get an inkling, so pay attention. And it's around, like I said, a transformation, a transaction, a change. It's just going to hit a little challenge. I think something that you've been waiting to come in towards you, most likely of physical value. It could be money, it could be property, it could be... it's important to listen to your intuition even with this reading. If it feels like BS, then don't superimpose it on your life. This is only to be helpful. But it seems like there's something to find out here. It hits a little hiccup or a roadblock. And we have something that needs attention here. Something that you might want to pay attention to, small print if you're signing contracts, or to even the details around travel or any of that, because it seems almost like something inevitable, like you can dodge a bullet here. Justice card with the Tower card in reverse, something that would be unfair. Very interesting message all of a sudden coming out. Something that would be unfair could be dodged if you listen to your intuition. But if you are only paying attention to what's in front of you, proof is in the pudding, got to look at the whatever, there's something you have to navigate intuitively about this. Okay, I feel like I need to spend a little bit more time on that. What do my Cancers say yes to? Taking into account everything you've thrown into, specifically it seems like a relationship here. We got the Lover's card coming out, but you may be experiencing some setbacks in your plans. And so I think you really want to be considering how adaptable and flexible you can be. You might be called to revise plans, make new plans, but you can still get your desired result. You're sticking by your guns and you're not giving up. And this is the 9 of Wands is tenacious, especially when you consider all that you've sunk into this, all that you poured your heart into it. And this is a little fork in the road, a little pause. The 7 of Pentacles gives you a chance to get some perspective. You feel a very certain way about something with the 5 of Swords and the 9 of Wands. And it's almost like you're grinding your feet in. You're grinding your heels in. So this is determination, and you're going to get what you want, even if you have to revise your plans or change your plans. And your intuition is your best friend. Like, it's like you've got to follow your spidey sense on this. If something does not come, what you can tell yourself in those little pep talks is like, if something is not coming through, Ace of Wands in reverse, the way that you expected, there is a very good reason. That is the Tower in reverse, the bullet dodged. Something would have been really unfair. We get our minds wrapped around results so easily. We get expectations in our heads. And my God, as a very tenacious person myself, to a fault, sometimes when we latch on to that, we'll get the rare opportunity to see what happens if we force it through. Have you had that? And then you realize, oh, this is why it wasn't flowing, because it was a bad idea, or this is not working out, or this is not a guarantee, or this is just not a good thing for me. And then it makes you sit back and reflect on, like, how interesting. I was getting all the signs. There was no flow. I started hitting wall after wall. And if I'd listened to that, then it would have been a bullet dodged. But these are those beautiful opportunities where we grow more faith in our own intuition, and also with that natural flow that just happens in the universe. So what you're experiencing is very important, because it's going to tie you more closely to your intuition, tie you more closely to that sense of flow and natural rhythms. So back to that pep talk, when things don't flow quite as you expected, know that it is fated, it's divine, that it's meant to be, okay? So what else do we need to know about this Ace? That's where you have victory. Interesting. So what this feels like, standing back from all the woo-woo talk, honestly, Cancer, it just feels like you are not alone. You're like making decisions with somebody else. If you're in a cloudy place when I find you with this reading, and you're like kind of just trying to get on the same page, don't worry, it's going to happen. And you're going to be making this strong movement forward. But things might take a different shape than you expected. The determination that you have around it, that pays off. That's key. Like staying strong with it, but also being flexible and listening to your intuition, because it looks like you'll get your way. It's just not necessarily the way you initially expected. All right, I hope that was helpful. Very interesting. I love you guys. Thank you for being here, truly. And I will see you very soon. Bye-bye.